This week we learned a few things about manuals from Fluidride coach Robbie. We're going to watch Robbie here practicing a little drill that we use to help teach riders to manual. What we're going to see here is that Robbie's got some cones set up in front of a curb. You can use any kind of a bump. The idea here is to have something to pull you out of the manual so that as you practice, you can start to increase the length of your manuals. So notice here, he's manualing from the cone closest to the curb when he starts. As he gets more comfortable, he starts to lengthen his manual by starting at the second set of cones. So here he's going to start a little sooner and manual a little bit longer. What Robbie's doing here as he manuals is essentially shifting forward at the knees, and then he's going to shift rapidly rearward and allow his arms and legs to extend fully. So his arms are going to become fully extended and his legs start to extend as well. So you see that here, and he's basically got a really nice balanced position here. The positive impact of having the arms straight means that he's not using muscular strength. If he were using muscular strength, he would probably pull to one side or the other. Having the arms straight really allows us to get an even outcome here. And his legs aren't quite straight here. If he were a shorter rider with shorter legs, his legs might be completely straight. But he's going to be using a little bit of movement at the shoulders here, and a little bit of movement also at the hips here in order to hold the balance of the manual when we see him doing a longer manual in the next video. So here we see Robbie on open ground practicing his manuals. He's pretty comfortable at this, but you can really see here in this video that he's using a lot of body movement to stay on the balance point. That's actually why I chose this video. He was kind of struggling here to keep his balance, and it really illustrates pretty well exactly what the adjustment mechanisms are for staying up on a manual. So you can really see here his hips are moving forward and rearward. The arms are staying relatively straight, but he can use a little bit of a shrug at the shoulders there. We see that in the very beginning of this video, and then we see a lot of hip movement back and forth. So let's take a look again at this. So we're going to see this little bit of a shoulder shrug here as he works to gain his posture. You can see a little bit of movement there at the shoulders. Then he's going to let his arms extend again. And now he's going to start just working with his hips. So his hips are kind of moving back and forth here, allowing him to kind of find that safe spot right on the balance point and allowing him to stay in the manual. This is something you want to practice, pretty carefully. This is definitely an advanced move. So to start off, when you're practicing your manuals, you just want to start with a lift and then jump off the back of the bike and find a way to kind of safely dismount as you're practicing. Then find a bump or feature you can use, like we showed at the beginning of the video here, to allow you to be pulled out of the manual. So you can start with a relatively short manual and then start building your way up. Once you're comfortable, you can work into open ground like this and use these adjustment mechanisms to stay securely on the rear wheel.